Today is the big dog dash run event. Happens every month in our neighborhood. All right, let's see our contestants, Shiloh and Dakota. I wonder how many treats they're gonna get today. Good job, guys. See how many laps you can do. All right, guys, here's lap 1. Good job. Good job, guys. Lap 2. Good job, guys. Lap 3. Good job, guys. Lap 4. Keep it up. Good job, guys. 5 laps here. Let me give you a treat. Wait. Good job. Oh, hold on. Let me give you. Here we go. Here's a good treat. Good job, buddy. All right, 5 more laps. Off you guys go. Get 5 more.
What?
5 more laps.
Oh.
Today, we're going to do a 3 reads math problem. All good mathematicians, and even readers and writers, will make a movie in their head while thinking and solving a problem. This helps paint a picture of what's really happening. And that picture is essential to understanding and solving a mathematical problem. In a 3 reads problem, you're going to read the story 3 times, each time for a different, important mathematical purpose. For the first read, you're going to focus on understanding what's actually happening in the story. For the second read, you're going to focus on the numbers and what each number represents. Finally, in the third read, I want you to focus on the math questions being asked. Sometimes you'll know the question, and sometimes you will be coming up with the questions yourself. Let's begin. The first time we read the problem, let's just notice what's happening in the story. The Dog Dash is a neighborhood event where pet owners and their pets run laps around the neighborhood where they live. Everyone that runs gets a treat after they finish a certain amount of laps. Each lap is equal to part of a mile or many feet. Dakota and Shiloh had a goal to run a certain distance. I want you to hit pause and write down things that you notice that's happening in this story. Go ahead and hit pause. The second time we read the problem, we're going to notice the numbers and what each number represents. The Dog Dash is a neighborhood event where pet owners and their pets run laps around the neighborhood where they live. Everyone that runs gets 1 treat after they finish 5 laps. Each lap is equal to 1/10 of a mile or 528 feet. Dakota and Shiloh had a goal to run 1 mile. I want you to hit pause and write down each number and what that number represents. Go ahead and hit pause. You should have noticed the number 1 for 1 treat. You should have noticed the number 5 that represented 5 laps. You should have noticed the number 1/10 written as 0.1, and it represents how many miles are the same as 528 feet. You should have noticed the number 528 feet, and that represented 1/10 of a mile. And finally, you should have seen the number 1, which represented 1 mile goal. The third time we read the problem, we're going to ask what math questions could we ask with the information we're given. The Dog Dash is a neighborhood event where owners and their pets run laps around the neighborhood where they live. Everyone that runs gets 1 treat after they finish 5 laps. Each lap is equal to 1/10 of a mile or 528 feet. Dakota and Shiloh had a goal to run 1 mile. Go ahead and hit pause and write down a few math questions you could ask with the information from this story. You could find situations of getting more, bringing together, or sorting. You might have come up with questions like these. How many miles and feet are in 5 laps? You might have wondered, how many more laps will Dakota and Shiloh have to run to meet their goal? You might have asked, how many treats will Dakota and Shiloh get when they meet their goal? There might have even been questions that you asked that I didn't think of. Today, we're going to focus on this question. How many miles and feet are in 5 laps? Now that we understand the problem, let's read it again to solve it. The Dog Dash is a neighborhood event where pet owners and their pets run laps around the neighborhood where they live. Everyone that runs gets 1 treat after they finish 5 laps. Each lap is equal to 1/10 of a mile, or 528 feet. Dakota and Shiloh had a goal to run 1 mile. How many miles and feet are in 5 laps? I want you to solve this problem using any strategy, and when you're finished, be prepared to show your answer to someone else and explain how you solved it. Good luck.